Bloomfield Avenue. Used to be State Road 238. And again, we're seeing this coming. We're now approaching the east end of both Noblesville and Fishers. We're in Fishers right now. This again, you'll see the art of negotiating a dual lane roundabout or turning circle. Or it might be compared to a roulette wheel of traffic. These are supposed to alleviate a lot of the problems of intersections, and they seem to perplex quite a number of people. As you can see, if you're familiar with these, and this is going to be a unique one up here. This is a new type of intersection that they installed here. In Indianapolis, they had the Michigan left. This is a crossover. Seems like we're riding in the opposite lane, and then it's really very efficient. We're going over top of Interstate 69. We are on Campus Parkway, also known as 146th Street in Noblesville. When we crossed over, we did cross over into Noblesville from Fishers, Indiana. You can see we're now at the intersection of the loop, a new hotel, I believe a Marriott hotel in that direction. You can see back to the other direction. This is going to become quite interesting in future years as far as in its location next to a major shopping area, not just in Hamilton County, but actually in also Indianapolis. This is Noblesville's mall, known as Hamilton Town Center, and as you can see, surrounded by, we'll go onto the one side here, and as we go through, we can get a couple of views. There is a J.C. Penney's, there is a Dick's in the back. This is basically the front end of it. We might do one on it, but as you can see, the traffic, number of banks serving the area, and here's a BJ's Wholesale Club. If we were to proceed further down, 146th Street or Campus Parkway, we would also run into the Costco. So it's in this small 5-mile segment here of Noblesville. It has the capacity of several restaurants and shopping outlets, both grocery and apparel. As you can see down that way, there is a Cabela's, Marshall's, there's a Michael's Group. Over here on this side is the newly opened Raising Cane's. Of course, we have a CVS drugstore, a Bell Tire. So in just a few square miles, you can take in quite a bit. And what I've noticed from just last week, they've changed the timing cycles of the lights. Used to be able to travel pretty much at 35 miles an hour through here and not hit a light. Here to this side, you will notice all the restaurants, a few fast food, and then we proceed on the standard. We're now joining 146th Street here at Bowden Road. And traveling into Noblesville. Traveling another route to point out the housing over on this eastern edge of Noblesville along 146th Street that is really starting to expand. There was an existing area over here on Maryland Road of homes that were about 10 years old, now joined by these newly opened, I call them paired homes or apartments. That is one of the few apartments that has actually got availability. We're now passing into some areas that have been established for several years. These tilt-up assembled buildings are very quick assembly. This whole complex has been completed in the last year and a half and is now approximately 50% occupied. This strip mall, or strip shops, as we'll call it, has been completed in the last 6 months with a new, as you can see, and there's to be a Dunkin' Donut here followed into the Leo's. This whole area here is really brand new in the last year. And one of the few areas, this Noblesville is now about 73,000 people. If you'll notice, this is the Noblesville Airport. It is a grass runway. And then Noblesville Schools operates Promise Road Elementary as shown here. And then you can see an apartment complex main farms to one side. These apartments are only 3 years old. Those apartments to the right here are about 5 years old. This child care center is about 3 years old. The back end of this addition is under 10 years old. These buildings are under 5 years old. And then off to this side used to be a theater. And obviously, because of new codes and fire regulations, it is no longer a functional theater. And then we're approaching another. This is a semi-type 55 and above area. This is about 7 years old. Here we're into Chapel Woods, which is about 15 years old. A very much established neighborhood. You can tell by the growth of the trees. This is the village of Chapel Woods. And these are all paired homes, now selling at around $300,000. This one only has not shown a sold sign, but was sold within 3 days of being listed. And these are very popular homes. Some